There we go, yes, I got it working. Technical difficulty, guys. I don't know how that happened. My, whatchamacallit. My microphone wasn't connected originally. I don't know how that happened. Kind of weird. Anyways, let's get some time. I need to post that I'm live. Give me just a second. Let's load it up so you guys can at least see the screen. Oh, that's funny. There we go. There we go. Now it's popping up.
That was the first walk I think we had like that.
How's everybody doing so far while I get this started up? Hiya.
Uh-oh.
You said diva dance?
Alright, bro, you got Bob. I mean, you got Aldo.
Give me just a second, guys. I'm almost done. Okay, I posted it to TikTok. And we can do Instagram too.
So check close range. I feel like close range should be like one shot. Is it one shot close range?
Nah, it's fine. We can just get started. It's been a hot minute since we've come back to this game because I've been so focused on the other games, but we're back.
Oh, we get the new
and we're gonna
training
continue
range.
on the
The
path
update,
with
right?
Peter. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Go back. Oops. My bad. Dang, last time we played this was July 2nd. A while ago. No. Oof. Load. Yes, we're gonna load it. Oof, I almost saved it on the... I almost saved a new one. So maybe we'll finish this route and then we can go for another one. But I also kind of want to go back to the one that I had with Garth. And I want to see what happens when I pick Peter this time around. To see if that like changes anything. Or like does anything to at least give me a good ending with Garth. But I'm not too sure. So let's just finish this route with Peter and we'll go from there. It's Thursday. Thursday is School Spirit Day. You know, I can't help but think of Garth. Oh no. I have to bring him up in this round with Peter. He's basically dead. Because he went by himself to spy on Mr. Wiley. So I wasn't there. So now he's gone. I can't help but think of Garth, who put so much time and effort into planning all of this. He's been sick for almost 4 days now. I hope it's nothing too serious. Yeah, pretty serious. Oh, good morning, Mr. Wiley. What's wrong? You look tired. Band is almost over. True, band camp is almost over, but after this we have football games, parades, and competitions to look forward to. Nothing. Let's get to stretching. I don't know if he's sad or if he's, like, tired. He shambles off looking very much like a zombie. I don't think he heard me. It must be hard being a band director. I bet. What the heck? Hey. Hey! Wow, you're overflowing with school spirit, looking good. Come on, let's do the calf stretch. Oh my god. I'm in a good mood, so maybe I'll throw in a shoulder rub free of charge. Ooh. That was dumb. After stretches, it's time for... basics, line up. I'm put in charge of Gawk Block while Mr. Riley focuses all of his energy on correcting the band. Come on, stop dragging your feet. You're getting sloppy. We need to be improving, not regressing. Always improving. My poor ears. Megaphone. Get your instruments, time for warm-up. The atmosphere feels heavy. When the band director's in a bad mood, everyone's in a bad mood. Ain't that the truth? There's zero chit chat as everyone grabs their instruments and forms an arc.
I want to say she's probably gonna try to sleep her right, or she might wait for me to do mine.
The band plays the first note, but Mr. Wiley immediately cuts them off. Oh my god, that's how you know it's bad. What the hell? Oh my god, he has demonic eyes. Is that?
Yeah,
He got so mad.
we didn't go.
My friend just sent me a picture of a turtle. Everyone glances around confused. Mr. Wiley is staring straight at the trumpet section. Did Peter do something? Oh no. Oh no, it's the cornet dude or whatever it was. The one who isn't listening. Oh, sorry, give me just a second. Okay. There we go. Did Peter do something? No, it's not Peter he's looking at. It's Cornelius. Oh no. Are you talking to me? Yes, I am talking to you. What is that in your hand? It's my cornet. And what do I keep telling you? Oh no, he's getting more mad. Over.
Come on, Junker. I know you're back there, bitch.
I hate when I click that button. It's right next to the space bar. It's the letter V, so it does that. And what do I keep telling you over and over and over again? My parents bought me this cornet. I don't care! I flinch, so does half the band. Oh my god. Mr. Wiley is more livid than I've ever seen before. Go grab a school horn. No. You do realize what you've signed up for, don't you? This is marching band. We perform as a unit. You may not think so, but to a trained eye and ear, your cornet sticks out of the trumpet section like a sore thumb.
Alright, I got switch.
This is a free country. You can't stop me from playing my cornet. Oh my god, that is so annoying. Oh, I can't, can I? He approaches. Oh no, is he gonna break his instrument? He approaches Cornelius, who stubbornly holds his ground. I can feel the band collectively cringing. I glance at Peter and see that he has the nerve to smirk in amusement. There are a couple of other kids grinning, but most of us just want to look away. Give it to me. No. Give it to me. You are crushing my Before Cornelius can regurgitate his catchphrase, Mr. Wiley rips the cornet right out of his hands and heaves it towards the sideline. Oh my god. It hits the track with a loud crunch. Cornelius stands frozen and slack-jawed. There's nothing but stunned silence, save for the sound of rending brass still ringing in everyone's ears. Oh! Sorry, I almost opened my mouth a little bit. Practice is over. See you in the rehearsal room this afternoon. Oh my god. He starts crying. Cornelius rushes to retrieve his precious cornet, or what's left of it. The bell is crunched in, the tube smashed to smithereens, the valves were lost on impact. It is no longer an instrument. My parents are going to kill me. What? Peter, Samuel, Tom, Susie, and I all find our way to each other. Somehow I don't even realize I'm standing with them until Tom speaks. Oh my god.
Does she die?
You got that right. That poor instrument. It's like looking at a deformed baby. Oh my god. You okay, Samuel? I'm fine. Susie's right though. It's hard to look at. What is wrong with Mr. Wiley? Why would he do that? Any second I expect him to pop out of nowhere with Cornelius's real cornet shouting April Fools, but the band has already disbanded and it's not even April. Let's be real here. Cornelius is the most punchable kid in the band. If anyone had it coming to them, it was him. That's funny that he's like, I don't want to say promoting it, but he's obviously like okay with it in some form. Tom! Peter agrees with me. I mean, yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. You guys are terrible. Cornelius picks up his total cornet, cradling it in his arms like an injured child, and runs off sobbing. Pity and shock grip me. I keep asking myself, why would Mr. Wiley do that? I know who he truly is. We may be terrible, but we're not the ones who did that to him. Oh my god. He jerks a thumb towards where Cornelius disappeared. Better not do anything to get on Mr. Wiley's bad side from now on. Ain't that the truth? Are you kidding? We're going to be like little lambs from now on. Mr. Wiley is scary. I'm not too worried. Sometimes teachers snap. Can you blame them?
Oh, ignorant.
I don't know, Peter. You're just upset because you've never seen it happen before. Right. I've got so many pencils thrown at me over the years. It's not even funny. Funny story, actually. When I was in band in high school, like I went to two different high schools, but in like the second
Yeah,
high
what
school I
was
went
far up?
to, band wasn't taken nearly as seriously. So like a lot of the kids just like didn't
I'm
care,
switch to
which I
settings.
hated because I was like full on like band nerd. Like I took it very seriously. Like if I had to compare myself to any of these characters here, it would be to like Clark, but not nearly as like
Oh, shoot.
nitpicky and like
Alright, yeah, I'm switching.
judgy. Like I just more so kept it to myself and complained about it to my friends that were also like that. But anyways, one time we were rehearsing for like a concert, I think it was, like the spring or winter concert. And first like it was always the tubas that never wanted to listen or like listen to the low brass. And like this one kid, like he was like younger than me. He was just being super like obnoxious and not listening and like kept coming in at the wrong time or not coming in at all or something like that happened. And the teacher kept getting so annoyed with it, she threw the baton at him, but instead of hitting him, it hit one of the saxophones because they were like in front of them. And like everybody just like went quiet and like she kind of just like
Fuck!
stopped and like she was like, I wouldn't have to like she I forgot how she explained herself, but she was like, I didn't have to do that if you guys listened to me or like watched me. And everybody just kind of went quiet after that. And then, you know, we had some downtime, and then everybody after that kept like making fun of like the fact that she threw the baton. Because the batons, if you don't know, kind of look like a wand in some way, you know? So everybody kept like
I would shoot
everybody kept saying Wingardium Leviosa or Avada like from Harry Potter, as if like while they were like pretending to throw like a baton or like a wand, and like everybody like kept doing that as like a joke because of what happened, and I was like, "Jeez, you guys need to chill." And they would do it in front of the teacher too, and I'm like, "Shut up!" Like my boyfriend, like he did the same thing too. Like, well, boyfriend not fiance. He did that too. I would always tell him like, "Stop it! Like that's too much, you guys. She's gonna know." But yeah, surprisingly, she never got in trouble for it because I don't think anybody wanted to tell. Not even the girl that got hit by the baton. I don't know why she didn't say anything because usually she would have been somebody to say something. But yeah, that's my little crazy one of my crazy band camp stories or band stories. This wasn't even band camp, but band related. But yeah, that got me thinking. Not never damaging somebody's instrument, but you know, throwing an object at somebody. Let me get some water. That kind of took my breath away explaining that story. Okay, back to the game. So Tom just finished with saying pencils thrown at him over the years.
Oh, it's soldier?
Trust me, everything will go back to the way it was, right, guys?
She's getting boosted
Right.
too. Oh, she wants
Probably.
that rain, that's why.
I'm not so sure. The boys seem chill enough, but I can tell Susie shares in my worry. I guess only time will tell. Hey, we got a bunch of time to kill now. Anyone up for some badminton before lunch? Okay. Maybe it'll take my mind off everything. Nah. Sorry, I'm gonna hang with Eugene. I want to know who Eugene is. Because Eugene is her boyfriend, excuse me. Tom? No thanks, I'm good. Looks like it's just you and me, Scarlett, just the way I like it. Oh, have fun, you two, but not too much fun. Susie. So 2 weeks from today, we'll be in school. Don't remind me. Any classes you're looking forward to? He serves the birdie. Not really. I hit it back. Junior year sucks, but you'll survive. Then senior year is nothing but smooth sailing. He easily returns it. Oh, because I think he's a senior. How would you know? You haven't even started it yet. I counter. Oh, wait, we were both juniors? Well, once I hear from the college of my choice, my grades won't really matter anymore. I can do what I want. What colleges are you looking at? Do you know what you want to major in? Peter misses a birdie. It lands behind him. He doesn't answer as he goes to retrieve it. I wonder why they call this thing a shuttlecock. Peter! I asked you a question. I heard you, and honestly, I have no idea. He tosses a birdie into the air. Well, let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the present. Oh my god. He hits it hard. It's my turn to completely miss the shuttlecock, birdie. If Mr. Wiley remains in this mood, the present Then the present is the lasting thing I want to focus on, but I guess I have no choice. I pick up the birdie. My serve. Oh no, we're back in the room. Everyone seems on edge. No one knows what kind of Mr. Wiley we're gonna get. Scarlet, work on cleaning the closer with the band. I'm going to work with the pit and the drumline for a while today. Yes, sir. Oh, and Cornelius? What? The age of the cornet is over. The time of the B-flat trumpet has come. He hands Cornelius a school horn, then he goes on his way looking tired. The tension releases, but only slightly. Just what am I supposed to do now? Use the school horn that Mr. Wiley gave you? Don't tell me what to do. You just asked what you're supposed to do. Sorry, but I am more than a little stressed right now. Hey, don't yell at my girlfriend. Use the trumpet. He's not even, like, defending my title. He's just like, yeah, don't mess with my girlfriend. Drum major, hello. I smile a little as Cornelius shuts up and obeys his section leader. It's exciting when Peter steps up and takes control of the situation. Oh, of course you use your power as section leader when it involves your girlfriend. Whoa, what did you just say? Okay, that's enough. Time to get started. You only rein your abysmal section in when it suits you. This is coming from the dictator of the clarinet section. Why don't you take that clarinet and... Enough! Do you want a repeat of what happened this morning? We need to get started now. That got their attention. We spent a good amount of time on the closer until Mr. Riley comes back and takes charge. Practice goes by without a hitch until the band starts getting really antsy for some reason. Oh, we've gone 5 minutes over, that's why. Well, I'm sure Mr. Riley will let us out soon. 5 more minutes go by, then 10, then someone finally speaks up.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
Hey, isn't it time to go? Mr. Wiley turns a fierce eye on Tom. We're making up for lost time. Don't you want the band to get better? What about dinner? You can eat dinner tonight after practice. You mean we're going straight from afternoon practice into evening practice? No. Oh, phew. I'll give you a 15-minute break in between. What? My exact reaction. Everyone exchanges looks of disbelief, but no one is brave enough to say anything, not after what happened this morning. And so practice drags on. Oh, that sounds rough. I'm getting hungry. The drumline's got snacks. Oh, let's go get some before practice starts up again. Nah, they'll just make me grovel. You can, though. Why don't the drummers like you? I think they're just jealous. All of the band directors love me. Knowles, Kraft, Savage.
No,
What about Mr. Wiley? Hard to say. Come on, let's go, we're burning daylight. But that was only a 10-minute break. Shut up and deal with it, Alex.
Fuck.
This sucks. Is band camp always like this, Peter? It's definitely different from the years past, but then I guess every year has been different for me. Every year they're getting a bit of different band director, apparently. They go to find their places on the field, leaving me to think about what Peter said. It's true, he's had a different director for every year of band. Mr. Knowles as a freshman, Mr. Kraft as a sophomore, Mr. Savage as a junior, and now Mr. Wiley as a senior. Okay, everyone, starting from the top. I always like the background on the field for this one. It's a slow night, morale is at a new low, and there's no guards to help me lift it up from the ground this time, but then even playing the alma mater couldn't save this. Let's show some hustle, the sets are looking sloppy tonight. Sir, they need a break. They just had a break. Please, we're tired, Mr. Wiley. You could sleep when you're dead. That's a terrible thing to say. That reminds me. Reminds you of what? He's talking about Garth. I hate this, that I know what happened to Garth going into this. He doesn't answer. Mr. Wiley leaves my side to grab his megaphone, then he rides up the scissor lift to tower over the band. Their tired expressions filled with curiosity. Oh no. Please say practice is over. Oh my god! Band camp has been extended indefinitely. We're going past 9 tonight? What about dinner? No, I'm not talking about tonight. What I meant to say is... Oh no. Don't tell me I got another bad ending! I swear, if I got another bad ending, I'm gonna be so mad. What? I said you're not leaving here, not until the show is perfect. I expect the band to react somehow, to start whispering away as they normally do when Mr. Wiley is speaking, but there's dead silence. And let me tell you, it is far from perfect. You're going to stay here until it is, and don't even think about trying to leave because you can't. Now take it again from the top and let's show some hustle this time. Oh my god. I barely pay attention to the practice after that, same with everyone else. They just go through the motions, still in a state of shock from what Mr. Wiley said. I want to believe that this is a joke, but after this morning, there's no way it can be. If it is, he'll tell us at the end of practice. Please, it's gotta be a joke. Ah, this music isn't helping. Practice drags on until 9:30 p.m., but no one complains. Even when Mr. Wiley calls for a huddle, it's still silent. Excuse me. I want all of you to get plenty of rest tonight now that you know the rest of your summer is at stake. Maybe you'll work a little harder tomorrow. So, it was a joke? Do I look like I'm joking, Thomas? I meant what I said. You'll all be staying here until the show is perfect. So it's not a joke. This is really happening. And you should know that if something happens to me, you won't be getting out of here. I'm the only one who knows the code to the electric fence, and the guy who drops off all the food won't be stopping by either, since I'm the only one who's got his number, understand? Oh my god, there's no response, though. I think everyone understands just fine. That's it. See you tomorrow. He melts into the shadows without sounding us off, leaving the entire band standing in a daze. There's a foreboding feeling hanging in the air. Some of the younger members are crying. Oh my god. Aw, he's so nice. Hey, it's okay, Wendy. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm not gonna let anything bad happen to you. That's scary. I didn't think he was actually gonna follow through with this, like, after the whole Garth thing happened. But that's kind of crazy. What the heck? We walk back to the lodge together in large groups. I'm not hungry anymore, but I feel safe with Peter, Susie, Tom, and Samuel by my side. You don't think Mr. Wiley killed the rest of the staff, do you? Oh my god. What? Why would you even say that?
He said somebody steals me.
Calm down. She's just letting her imagination run wild. Haven't you been wondering why they haven't shown up? Yeah, but murder is on a whole different level from kidnapping. Oh my god, that's what this is! This is a kidnapping! We've been kidnapped! Oh my god, this is horrible. Calm down, all of you. Samuel's right, this is an extracurricular activity, not a kidnapping. We signed up to be here. We sure didn't sign up to be here more than 2 weeks, though. Peter. Sorry, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Anyways, I don't think you need to panic quite yet. Why not? We've still got tomorrow. Who knows, maybe Wiley will let us go after morning practice just like he's supposed to. If he doesn't, then we'll start to thinking of a way out of this, okay? Okay. Peter slips his hand into mine and grips it tight. Tighter than I expected. He doesn't let go until we're in front of the door to my room. Can't speak. Good night, ladies. Get some sleep, you two. We will. You do the same. Peter hugs me briefly, whispering, see you tomorrow. Good night. Oh my god, this is scary. I'm gonna be so mad if I get another bad ending. I can't let it end badly. We part ways reluctantly. It's always so hard going separate ways from Peter, like we're two magnets longing to be together. Oh my god, this is so cliche. But tonight, it feels like it's on a whole new level. I'm scared to be apart from him. Still no service. I can't believe this. Susie flops under her bed, tossing aside her useless phone. Mine isn't working either. It hasn't been since the weekend. I hope my mom isn't too worried about me. I want to go home. Me too, Susie, but there's nothing we can do. Even without the electric fence, it's still miles through the woods to get back to civilization. Excuse me. Susie looks about ready to cry. I cross the room to give her a hug. Hey, chin up. We need to stay positive, like the boy said. There's no reason to panic, and what good has ever come out of panicking anyways? You're right. We're going to be fine so long as we have each other, trust me. Okay, let's do our best. Good night. Good night, Susie. I turn off the lights and climb into bed, and despite my words, despite how badly I want to remain optimistic about everything that's happened today, I know I won't be getting much sleep tonight. Oh my god, I don't know what's gonna happen. What is the name of this chapter? Okay. The Justice League? Oh my god, they're gonna... We're gonna be like the people that are going undercover or something, or that are gonna save the day. That's why it's a Justice League, isn't it? Ready to go? Yeah. What's wrong? Oh, well, besides the obvious, I feel like we're standing at the edge of a cliff, or maybe a crossroads. It leaves me with a bad feeling in my gut. Let's not talk like that. Let's focus on getting through morning practice.
Damn, I thought they would take that.
Who knows, maybe Mr. Wiley will let us go at the end. The buses aren't working, remember? Well, maybe our parents will come for us, or maybe he's gotten new buses. I'm trying to be optimistic here. Isn't that what you said to do? You're right, you're right. You go on ahead to practice, Susie. There's something I want to check. Okay? Oh, I knew I was going to go to electric fence. I just want to try something. I input the code Mr. Wiley gave me at the start of camp into the control panel and hit the switch, but nothing happens. I can still hear the faint buzz of electricity humming through the fence. Then my suspicions are correct. Mr. Wiley has changed the code to shut off the electric fence, and he's the only one who knows it.
I was Silver 1.
Oh my god. Whoa. I forgot it's still Spirit Week. Today is Section Day, aka Planet Day. Naturally, I got the sun because the band revolves around me. I don't know. There she is, the sun of my life. How corny. I think I look good in yellow, don't you? You look good in anything. And you look good in nothing. Yeah, could you two have waited until I left?
Gold 2, gold 5, gold 2.
Whoops, didn't even notice her. Guess I only have eyes for you. Yeah, enough with the corny pickup lines. How on earth does this represent Mars? I'm Mars, god of war. Obviously, gods don't wear shirts so they can show off their godlike bodies. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Oh yeah, obviously, how could I not get that? My banter and Peter's abs are a good distraction for the time being, but our predicament hovers like a dark cloud turning even blacker with the arrival of Mr. Wiley. Oh god, he looks so, like, normal. To the field, let's get started. I can already tell it's going to be a great day for band, because every day is a great day for band. What? He seems back to normal. This is weird. He's bipolar, that's why. I feel my hopes rising just a bit. I gotta say, those of you who decided to participate look fantastic. Section Day is an old favorite of mine. Scarlet? Yes. You can go ahead and start stretches now. Okay, yes, stretches. God, I gotta stop being nervous. Let's go, everyone. Right arm cross. I see my bewilderment reflection on the faces of my peers. Done stretching, time for basics. We're really gonna push the tempo today so we can nail all of those sets in the closer. He hands me the gawk block and we get through basics without a hitch. Did I fall into the wrong dimension yesterday? Everything seems to be fine now. I catch Susie's eye and we exchange a tentative smile as we head into the next phase of practice. 10 minutes before practice is over, a strange sound catches the attention of the band. Oh, he's early. A helicopter? Does this mean we're going home with style? Wait, no. One helicopter would have to make more than a dozen trips to carry the entire band home. We watch as the helicopter passes over the field and a little white parachute is dropped from the inside. It floats down to the grass, but not far from the group. Attached to the white parachute is a rather large box. Oh no. The helicopter circles around and heads back the way it came as sounds of whirling blades fade away. What is that? Oh my god. He's psychotic. Extra food. We don't want to run out now, do we? Am I on an episode of Lost? My heart sinks. Hey, I'm in a good mood and we got off to a good start today, so let's wrap early. But before we do, I have some good news. Everyone stares at Mr. Wiley with deadpan expressions. We've learned by now that his good news is usually not the same as our good news. I don't know how to feel. You'll be happy to know the practice schedule is lighter for this weekend. There will be no evening practice tonight or tomorrow. Tomorrow will consist of a morning practice and a mandatory sectional in the afternoon. Lastly, you'll have Sunday off. Hooray! No one reacts. Yeesh, feels like I'm looking at a bunch of corpses. Yeah. Make sure you're resting during your break so you're fresh for practice. See you this afternoon. He goes on his way in a skip in his step. I head to the sideline to gather up my stuff and grab a drink. Oh my god, I hate to say it, but it looks like we're stuck here. You don't know that. He could let us go home after the next practice, or maybe our parents will show up. I don't know how much longer I can stay in denial like this. Hey, where's Peter? He usually comes right up after practice. Oh, there he is. He's with Tom. She points to where the two boys are speaking with one another at the edge of the field. We go over to join them. Hey guys, what's going on? Scarlett, you can head to lunch. I'll catch up with you soon, okay? Okay. We leave, and as we go, I can't help but shoot a suspicious glance over my shoulder. Both Peter and Tom wear grave expressions. I wonder what they're talking about. They're gonna try to get us out of here. I'm gonna be so sad if, like, we escape or something and we leave Garth behind. That would be unfortunate. It's too much. How's chat today? I haven't really said much to you guys. How are you guys today? Have you played Bandcamp Boyfriend before? Let me get some water. I'm talking a lot.
Unless you want water, I'll go Symmetra.
There we go. I eat my lunch, waiting for Peter to show up, but he never does. I wind up having to monitor a pit sectional so I don't see him for the rest of the break. Ladies and gentlemen, get out your stuff. Afternoon practice is normal enough. Mr. Wiley remains cheery. Trumpets, why don't you take the time to tune after practice? You're hurting my earballs. Earballs? Maybe if we weren't so tired. Hey, I didn't ask for your sash. Shut up and play better. Oh my god. Peter's testing him. For some reason, Peter looks at me for a long moment. And a smirk curls into the corner of his lips. Uh-oh, he's up to something. Oh no, this scares me. You, what are you planning? Whoa, whoa, not so loud. I was planning to tell you at dinner anyways. So you are planning something. Yep, you know me well. Oh no. We sit in our usual group, Peter, Tom, Samuel, Susie, and me, but we sit far in the corner of the cafeteria away from prying eyes. This looks serious. Okay, so Tom and I were talking. Oh my god, of course Alex shows up. Alex is Peter's younger brother. Alex's tray clatters onto the table and he plops himself into the seat next to me. What are you doing? Can I eat dinner with my beloved brother? No, get out of here. What? Why? Because this is a meeting for section leaders only. Tom and Susie are section leaders. Leave before I lock you in your Barry Sachs case. Mom said if you tried that again, you'd be in really big trouble. Oh my god, this has happened before. Go eat with your friends if you have any of those. He just wants to be with his brother, man. Alex leaves in a huff. I wish you two would get along for once in your life. Maybe some other time, but not now. I want to discuss this with you lot first and then the section leaders before the rest of the band hears about it. Oh no. The four of us unconsciously scoot a little closer as Peter lowers his voice, glancing around to make sure no one else is listening. We totally look suspicious. Tom and I decided we need to hold a meeting with the leaders of the band tonight. It doesn't seem like Wiley's letting us leave anytime soon. We think it's time to take matters into our own hands. We need some kind of plan in case no one comes for us. Shiver goes up my spine at those words. What's the plan? We'll talk about that later. For now, we need to set a time and place to gather the section leaders. Man, it's like gathering the Justice League. He's such a nerd. We should make a secret salute too, like pull on your earlobe ask someone if they're going to the meeting and blink 3 times rapidly to confirm. And if it's 10 p.m. tonight, sneak 10 pieces of candy into the palm of their hand. Or this idea is really out there, so try to stay with me. We could use our words to communicate since it's not like Mr. Wiley has spies hidden all over Camp Bearpaw. Sorry, I got carried away. 10 p.m. tonight sounds like a good time. That's curfew, so no one else should be out that late. Where should we hold it? The woods. The woods? The campground, to be precise. No one ever goes out there, and it's highly unlikely Mr. Wiley will pay a visit.
What the fuck did I run away back for?
Sorry. Good thinking, Sam.
Yeah, fucking take.
It's set 10 p.m. tonight in the woods. Until then, try and get this message out to the other section leaders. You can invite anyone else you deem trustworthy too. Garth, but he's not here anymore.
He just wanted me.
Do we really have to invite Clark? Of course he doesn't. He's a section leader, isn't he? He should be there.
Mercy's going crazy.
I don't think Clark is to be trusted. I feel like Clark is with Mr. Wiley on this, honestly. Clark is pretty suspicious. We decided to divvy up who is still left to ask. I wind up with Aaron and Marianne since no one else here communicates with the drummers too often. Good luck with Clark, Samuel. I'm sure everything will turn out fine. Yeah, I think he's the best pick for Clark because he's very calm. I'm gonna have to check out the guard girls later. I roll my eyes at him. You're awful. If anyone's going to convince Sabrina, it's me. Are he and Sabrina very close? I hate when I do that. Now I gotta look at the history. Sorry, guys. Are he and Sabrina very close? What? I don't know. I better go find Bonnie. Bonnie? Oh, she's the baritone girl. I think. Good luck with your mission. Aaron is eating dinner with the drummers nearby. Target number 1 acquired. Dang, it's not often we get to talk to the drummers. Hey, Aaron, I need to talk to you. What about? Hi, Scarlett. I love Doug. He's so nice. I wanna do his route at some point. Hey, Doug, let's go somewhere a little quieter, Aaron.
I'll get the tour out of the
Ooh,
way.
get it, Aaron. Oh my god, that's so dumb. Hot. Ew! Ugh, drummers. Thankfully, Aaron gets up and follows me. I hope I'm not in trouble. You're not. I quickly explained to him the plan for tonight. I'm in. I want to go home. I wish he was an option. Oh my god. I wish he was one of the options, but he's not. Don't we all? Oh, but please don't tell any of the drumline about this yet. Not until we think of something. Okay, but they're gonna want to know why you pulled me aside like this. Just make up some kind of excuse. I'll just tell. Ew! Oh my god! I'll just tell them you confessed your love for me, but I turned you down. What a jerk. Please don't tell them that he's gone. I hope he was joking. I don't think he was joking. Marianne, there you are. She doesn't like me, obviously. She looks like a mother duck watching over her young pit family as they splash at the water's edge. They're far enough away for me to safely bring up our secret plans for tonight. How cute. I'm sure Mr. Wiley would be thrilled to hear about this. Oh no, you're not going to tell him, are you? Of course not. We've been here for 2 weeks. We're dead tired. No sane person wants to stay here. Are you in? Sure, but I don't see how a couple of high schoolers are going to come up with a way to escape this prison. Something kind of smells like it's burning. That's kind of weird. Hope nothing's burning. In case you haven't noticed, nothing gets in, so that means nothing gets out either. She turns away, seemingly that this conversation has ended. She sure does not like me. Oh well, at least she'll be there and she's not going to tell Mr. Wiley on us. Now that I finished my task, I suppose I'll go find Peter. I really hope we find Garth by the end of this. I'm gonna be so sad if we don't. There he is. The color guard is having extra practice. He stands off to the side with Sabrina. I wait for him, but they're taking quite a while. Maybe I should head over. Aw, come on. You know it won't be a party unless the head of the guard is there. And that would be Garth. Yeah. Garth's gone, kicked to the curb. The masses are demanding Sabrina now. Can you hear them? They're begging, Sabrina, please come to the meeting tonight. Oh, are they? Oh no, she's flirting with him. I can't get mad because I stole Peter from somebody else, so I shouldn't be jealous. Oh, hey there. We were just finishing up here. As he walks away, he glances back over his shoulder at Sabrina. 10 p.m. at the old campground. Don't keep me waiting. I won't. Oh my god. Sabrina, check. All that's left is Olive. Something wrong? Pretend everything is peachy? Honestly, yeah, something is wrong. I'm not jealous, though. I shouldn't be jealous. Like, I know, like, I knew, like, the main character knew what we were getting into when we went after Peter. He's a flirt. That's just who he is. But honestly, we should be honest. If they're actually that upset, I should be honest. Because obviously everything is not peachy if I have to say pretend everything is peachy. So I'm just gonna put honestly, yes, something is wrong.
For the very first 10 seconds of the first round, that was it.
My god, whatever. Peter, honestly, that was hard to take just now. You and Sabrina... He's clueless, of course. You were flirting with her. What? No, I promise you it was nothing like that. Then what was it? Sabrina had cold feet about coming. I figured we should have a representative from the guard there, so I was just doing a little bit of smooth talking. Haven't you ever smooth talked someone to get what? Haven't you ever smooth talked someone to get what you want? Oh, he's telling me, okay. I guess still I'm not. You're not what? I'm not Felicity. He grabs my hand, I meet his eyes. No, you're not. Trust me on that. I'm not gonna play games with your head or try to make you jealous, and I hope that you won't do the same to me. Promise I won't. A relationship can only thrive on a foundation of trust, and that's what I want for us. His eyes are dead serious. He seems so genuine. I want to believe him. I really do. I'm gonna head back to my room and rest. See you at the meeting later. Yeah, for sure. Don't keep me waiting. Smiles, but all I can think of is that he used the same line on Sabrina. I managed a nod and walked back to the dorms. I should not be jealous. Oh, Susie, Felicity, you're here.
To give you.
Hey, I was just telling Felicity about tonight. You were? Oh yeah, and I'm so in. You guys can totally trust me. But like, is Peter going to be there? Oh my god, of course she. Well, no, duh, he's a leader. Well, yeah, he's a section leader, and he helped organize this whole thing. I stole Peter from her, by the way. Oops, I totally forgot you're dating him now. Sorry. No, she didn't. No, we're all on the same side. The let's get the heck out of here side. Right. Right, go team. Oh god. Not so loud, you guys. Jeez. You didn't tell anyone else, did you? Nope, just Barry like I was told to. What about Eugene? Oh, no way. Eugene is a blabbermouth and he'll want to know everything. I'll let him in on it when time is right. And Felicity won't blab either? No way. She may like gossip. Then again, who doesn't? But she can keep it a secret. Okay, you know her better than me. Everything okay? I'm fine, just tired. Well, I'm pumped. Meeting in secret like this with all of the section leaders is just like Tom said, like the Justice League is coming together. This is so stupid. I would say it's more like the characters of Sesame Street coming together, but sure, calling ourselves a Justice League definitely induces confidence. Exactly. I'm gonna take a nap now and just set an alarm for 9:55 p.m. Good idea. See you in a bit. I wonder if I sleep through it. Ugh, it's already weird to wake up when it's dark outside. I reach for my phone and turn off my alarm. It's time. Let's do this. I'm so nervous. I feel like he's gonna catch us. We nod at each other in the darkness and I can feel adrenaline shoot through my veins. My heart leaps up and down in my chest. I'm wide awake now. I would definitely be too. Susie and I tiptoe into the woods, quiet as a field mice. By the time we get there, most everyone has arrived. The Justice League has gathered. Is everyone here? Looks like it. So what's this about? You already know what it's about. Mr. Wiley has trapped us here in band camp. We need to come up with some kind of escape plan. Clark, you're joking. Oh boy, here we go. Mr. Wiley can't keep us trapped here forever. We might as well wait this out and work on perfecting the show in the meantime. Someone will come for us eventually. And what if somebody doesn't? What then? We might as well brainstorm a few ideas while we're here. And I've got a great one. We'll dig our way to freedom. Huh? What? How? We don't even have shovels. And we hardly have any energy thanks to the hours of practice. Your idea is unconventional. Just listen. Does anyone else have an idea? Maybe we could fire up the buses. What then? We drive them straight into the electric fence? Maybe we can cut the power somehow. I've got a great idea. It's way simpler than anything you're all dreaming of, and it's fun too. Pray tell, what is it? Yeah, don't keep us in suspense, Peter. Okay, you all remember our friend Garth, don't you? Of course. He got sick. He got sent home. No, he didn't. So you're saying we should purposely get sick so we can get sent home like Garth did? He's an idiot because Garth didn't get sent home. He's in his basement. That's ridiculous. Everyone pretending to be sick all at once won't fool Mr. Wiley. Exactly, which is why we need to actually get sick. If just a few of us can succeed, then I'm sure it'll spread as easily as a plague. Remember the Texas bull trip to 2 years ago? There's a collective groan. Oh god, I try not to. Think about it. If enough of us get sick, then Mr. Wiley has to let us go. We won't be able to learn the show properly otherwise. He grins at me. What do you think? But this is stupid because he's like, Garth didn't even get sent home. And I have to pick one of these? Like, I'm trying to think about this practically. Like, because I know sickness isn't an actual excuse because Garth didn't actually get sick and didn't actually get sent home. So I don't think he'd actually send anybody home. I mean, he has no problem with keeping him in his basement, that's for sure. Tom's idea is not a smart one because, like everybody was saying, we're all tired and he's gonna easily catch us that way. But the bus idea is not that great either because we're high school students. What do we know about hot wiring a bus or any vehicle at that? These are all terrible ideas. If anything, out of all of them, the bus idea, but like, if he took the engines out, like, we're screwed. I don't know what to pick. Because I don't know what he would actually do if we got sick. I feel like he would just take care of us or, like, make everybody work regardless of their condition of health. Because again, he's bipolar, he's psychotic, he has no problem with keeping us here. God, I hate this because I don't know the right thing to do. I feel like bus. I feel like I should go with bus. I know I should be on Peter's side because he's like my boyfriend or whatever, but like, no, I need to do the bus idea, I feel like. I like the bus idea better. You'd rather drive a bus straight into an electric fence. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, Mr. Wiley would have to call paramedics and we'd be out of here lickety split. There's no phone service. Yeah, because he cut it off. Yeah, we'd probably just die painful deaths, which I suppose does achieve our goal of leaving Camp Bear Paw. I like to leave with my spirit still in my body. Okay, let's go with Peter's plan then. It's not a good idea, though! I'd rather be sick than die a painful death. So how do we make ourselves sick? The leftover chili in the cafeteria? We'll ask Mr. Wiley to make out with- Mr. Wiley to make out with Bandit? Ew, God, why are you so weird? Hold up, I've already got the answer for you. A late night lake party. Sounds fun. Sounds like a waste of time. You would. Oh wait, is this the part that Saraden was telling me about? That like they had a small interaction? Because apparently Sabrina, the girl on the right here in the yellow, and Marion, the girl on the left, apparently they're siblings. She said, "Ooh, sounds fun," and then Marion said, "Sound like a waste of time." Sabrina said, "You would." But it's small banter. But I do see the similarities between the two. Chilly enough at night, with some luck, a number of us can catch colds. Not tonight though. Everyone's gone to bed. We'll do it tomorrow night, but I'll need your help to spread the word to the rest of the band. Oh, he said absolutely not. Here we go again. As I said before, we should be putting all our energy into the field show. If we work hard enough and perfect our performance, Mr. Wiley will surely let us leave. Yeah, like maybe a year from now. Perfection doesn't exist, Clark. There's always room for improvement. Fine, if we attain near perfection then. Time for a vote. Who agrees with Clark and who wants to stay here for the rest of their life? Raise your hand. Clark is the only one who raises his hand. And who wants to have a late night lake party with me, your host, Peter Dong? He raises his hand, so does everyone else except for Aaron and Marion, who stand there with their arms crossed the entire time. That's what I thought. Do not expect the Clarence to show up to your illicit gathering. Instead, we will be doing what is expected of us, resting and preparing ourselves to work hard. He's so pretentious, I hate him. He rolls around and stomps away. Good timing. I was just about to call the meeting anyways. I'm telling he has to be on Mr. Wiley's side. He's trying to be, like, neutral, but, like, I could tell he has to be on Mr. Wiley's side. There's no way. Get some sleep, soldiers, and good luck tomorrow. He salutes us one by one. The section leaders leave and return to their rooms. A few stay behind to chat with Peter and Tom for a little longer. Once they leave, I approach them. I don't have a section. Is there anything I can do to help? Maybe you can help out the clarinet section? It doesn't seem like Clark is going to tell them, and they should at least have the option open to them. Okay, the clarinet section is mine then. Look forward to tomorrow. It's going to be a good time. I will. I'm going to bed now. Good night. Night. I'm out of here. Scarlet. Just as I'm turning to leave, Peter calls me back. Oh no. Don't look so worried. Everything's going to be fine. Oh my god. So stupid. And you look prettiest when you smile. Not to say you don't always look pretty. Oh my god. I have to smile for that. I think you're prettiest when you smile too. Oh, you. I can never guess what you're gonna say next. Good night. Oh god. The audio! It kills me. We go our separate ways, and I feel a little bit lighter. I just have to believe that everything's gonna be alright, like Peter said. I practically fall into bed and close my eyes. Everything's going to be alright? I hope so. I really don't know how this is gonna end up. Because I honestly didn't, the perfect team. I honestly didn't expect this to go, like, still kidnapping thing going on. Oh, I thought he was gonna be fine. Everyone tries to act like today is another day, but I can sense it. The tensions in the air, especially among the section leaders who have been burdened with the task of spreading the news of our plan. Great basic section, let's set up the closer. Clark, take nurse tempo and go behind the drummers. Oh, now would be the perfect opportunity to bring up a plan with the clarinets. I'll just slip on over when the time is right. Excuse me? No, Brass, why are you having so much trouble with this set? Here, let's rep it. Perfect, I leave my podium and head to the other side of the field. Hold on, let me get some water. Okay. Clarinets gather round. There's something you should know about this set. Huh? They do as I ask. At the back of the field, I can see Clark peering at me from behind Aaron. His steely eyes full of suspicion. I try not to meet them. I have a job to do. There's something you need to know. Tonight, after curfew, there's going to be a gathering at the lake. We're enacting a plan that will hopefully lead to Mr. Riley letting us go home. You're welcome to come, but don't breathe a word of this to him, okay? What about Clark? Clark already knows. We discussed this at the section leader meeting last night. The entire band is going to be there. Wow, okay. Yeah, so let me see you do this set, marching only. Aaron and Larry exchange a confused glance and catch on and do as I asked. By the time Mr. Wiley is done with the low brass, I'm already back on my podium ready to conduct. Well, at least I was sneaky about it. After lunch are the mandatory sectionals Mr. Wiley prescribed. As usual, my duty is to make my rounds and check that everyone is doing what's expected of them. But it's become more than that now. I go from section to section, making sure that every band member knows what is happening tonight. Oh, Pop-Tart. Hello, Mellows, ready for tonight? I've never done anything like this before. I think it'll be fun. Enough, we're in the middle of a sectional right now. Okay, just asking. I conclude my rounds of the trumpet section. Peter, does everyone know? Of course. We're in! Wait until my parents hear what Mr. Wiley did to my cornet. This kid. Mr. Wiley won't get mad at us, will he? She looks very nervous. I feel so bad for her. She doesn't deserve to be wrapped up in all of this craziness. Don't you worry, Mr. Wiley's not going to find out we planned this. We're all just going to show up sick one day. It's what happens when you cram a lot of people into a small space. Okay. Peter puts a comforting hand on her shoulder. Wendy looks at him with round glassy eyes. Trust me, I won't let anything happen to you. We're gonna be fine. So long as no one rats us out. Don't worry, the trumpets are trustworthy. If I'm worried about anyone, it's the clarinets. Did you manage to talk with them? Yes, while Clark wasn't around, they seemed like they wanted to come. Good. I checked with all the other sections, and it seems like everyone is officially in on it. No going back now. Yeah. Oh! That scared me. Hey! I gasp in surprise when he lets out a short scream. Of course she does. Oh my god. Oh no. When you're done with sectionals, come inside the practice room. I've got an announcement to make. I think you'll like it. I'm so scared now. Honestly, I'm scared. I think Clark rounded us out. He leaves as quickly as he came. Oh god, even Peter's nervous now. I don't think he heard any of that, at least I hope not. Oh, Kyojiro. Oh, stop giving me the puppy dog eyes. Oh, my dog is giving me the puppy dog eyes. He wants me to go to bed already. Not yet. Just lay with Papa. You're okay. He's such a baby. Wendy looks like she's going to cry. Oh my god, I'm so nervous. I'll see you guys there. I'm going to catch up to Mr. Wiley. Wait. Oh, I don't like this at all. I hate this. Just be careful around that guy, okay? Oh, Peter, I'll be fine. Mr. Wiley's only using his authority to keep us here. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure he's harmless. I don't know about that. He pulled a gun on us in the last time. Just don't forget about what happened to my cornet. I won't. Oh, God. Oh, no. Scarlett, just a girl I wanted to speak to. What's this announcement of yours, sir? We'll get to that in a minute. Before we do, I want to talk to you. Sit down. Oh, I don't like this. Stop it. I'm on a really, like, interesting part right now. I'm sorry. It's okay. I do feeling more than a little nervous. How's everything going? Good? Yes, I guess so. Ask him when we can go home, discuss what the band can improve on. Ah, these options. Should I keep him in a good mood? Should I pretend like nothing's happening? I'm gonna ask what the band can improve on. The band is doing well, but I think they could do better. They need some kind of morale boost. That's what I like to hear, and just you wait, I've got a plan to do just that. Really? Yep, but I need your help. Keep their spirits up. Remind them that you're their leader. Can you do that? Uh... Yes, sir. Right. At that moment, Peter comes walking in, flanked by the rest of the trumpet section. I couldn't be more relieved to see him. Section by section, the band filters in. The tension from this morning has turned to a buzz of excitement. Everyone knows about the plan, and they're curious to find out what Mr. Wiley's announcement is. Is everyone here, even the pit? Yes, we're all here, Mr. Wiley. I don't like this. This evening we will be holding a special event to unify the band and build morale. This event will be team building day, fishing competitions, canoe races, capture the flag, just all around good old-fashioned band bonding. We're in a sports compound, so we might as well make use of the equipment while we're here, right? Any other time, I'm sure the band would have been thrilled to have this special event, but now after weeks of hard work and the eve of our escape plan being put into action, well, the timing couldn't have been any more terrible. I know, you're tired, so go get some rest and grab an early dinner. I'll see you at the lake in an hour. Oh, and this event is mandatory. See you soon. He knew. I instantly head to my friends. You don't think he heard about our little plan and thought this up to try and compromise it, do you? Nah, you're being paranoid. I doubt the event will go that late. No matter what, tonight is still on. I'm not canceling it for anything. Peter spots me. Good to see you here. What did Mr. Wiley say? Nothing worth mentioning. You know what? Let's just have fun tonight. Stop letting all of this weigh us down and just go for it. You're right, Susie. Don't stress and enjoy the ride. Welcome to team building day. There are 10 canoes lined up on shore and about a dozen fishing rods on the dock. 2 yellow flags lie in a bundle in the grass. We're going to start with half of the band fishing, half canoeing, then we'll have a grand old capture the flag game to switch off. Sounds fun. Scarlet. Yeah? I'm starting with canoe racing. What are you starting with? Let's do canoeing too, then. Canoeing, duh, let's be partners. Yeah, we're gonna wipe the floor with everyone. Power couple. So dumb. Do we have 20? It's 2 to a canoe, so grab a partner. Peter snakes his arm around my waist. I look at the teams. We'll be going up against Susie and Felicity, Tom and Samuel, Larry and Aaron, Marion and Doug? Don't give me that look, I want to win. Doug is the strongest in the band. Oh my gosh, she's just using him. She hates his guts. Maybe, but like they say, God doesn't give with both hands. It's so dumb. Peter, think about what you just said. No? God doesn't give with both hands, so you're saying no one can possibly be attractive, intelligent, and strong all at the same time? Oh my god, I guess I'm the exception to that. He's so... There it is. And you are too, maybe. How strong are you? Strong enough to leave everyone crying in the dust. That's hot. Oh, those are fighting words. You better watch who you're dealing with. That's right. I'm a pro at this stuff. My parents sent me off to camp every summer since I was 5. That's kind of sad. Oh, that was messed up. Probably because they couldn't stand you. Peter, don't be mean. Sorry, it slipped out. I don't know how you can stand him. I don't know how I ever could either. Hey, are you all gonna stand around yammering all day, or are you gonna put your mouthpiece where your mouths are and get into the canoes? Mouthpiece? I think you meant money. He definitely meant to say money. I'm going to separate you both and beat you individually. Get in the canoe. Oh my god, of course he goes shirtless. Climbs into the nearest canoe, stripping as he goes. Then he takes my hand and helps me in after him. Watch your step. Okay, team, you're all racing to the closest edge of the lake and back in a circle. Don't want you to take these canoes to the opposite shore. It's more than a mile and there have been bear sightings over that a ways. Sir, yes sir. Stop calling me sir. We pick up our paddles and slip them into the water, making big arcing curves to propel our boats forward. My muscles strained with the effort. I haven't been in a canoe for years. I'd forgotten how the water isn't so easy to control. Ready? If you even make it there. Go. 10 canoes burst forth, carrying 20 kids paddling like mad. Cut him off, Doug! Faster, faster. Canoes jostle all around us, but Peter manages to muscle ahead of everyone. I struggle to match his strength and keep the canoe going straight. We shoot across the lake. He's actually cheering for his brother. That's funny. He's so supportive of his brother, and his brother does nothing but mess with him. It's so sad to see. Alex is jumping up and down on the dock, fishing rod in hand. Watch where you're swinging that hook. Get ready to turn. We both put our paddles on the right side of the canoe. Just as we reach the opposite end of the lake, we're halfway through the turn when... Oh! Crash! Doug! Doug would drag us down. I told you to turn left. That means you paddle on the right side of the canoe. That sounds wrong. I need to do him on the next time around. It's not. Would you just shut up and help us undo this? With a great amount of scraping, we push the two canoes away from each other. And coming up on your left, you'll see a bunch of losers. No, come on, Doug, get moving. They take off and we go follow. Uh-oh, I think we're stuck. Seriously? We need to drop some weight. We need to get out and push. God dang it. I hate decisions. I hate this. Drop weight how? We don't have anything. If we're stuck, we need to get out and push. We need to get out and push the canoe. Without waiting for Peter, I leap into the water behind the canoe and push it with all my might. There's a loud scrape and the canoe breaks free of whatever held it captive. Get in quick. He grabs my hands and I easily lifts me back into the boat. We paddle frantically to catch up with the others. What are these sounds? We clip Felicity and Susie's boat as we go by, sending them spinning out of control. I don't think that's how it works. We pass Tom and Samuel in a flash. We're almost caught up with Doug and Marion. We're neck and neck, almost there. And we have our winners. Both teams grind to the halt on the shore, panting. Doug and... Dang it, we got second place! I knew we would win. Shoot. One by one, the other teams arrive. Peter helps me out of our canoe. I'm soaked to the skin. That was awesome. But we lost. So, second place is fine by me. We wouldn't have won if not for that little snag, but seeing you jump into the water like a badass was worth it. Good thing I wore my swimsuit. On to the next activity, capture the flag. I hated this game. Excellent, looks like everyone's accounted for. Now let's split into two teams. Boys versus... That is not fair! Oh boy, this is going to be interesting. Goodbye, Peter. Do not think any less of me for portraying you like this. I'll miss you too. I go to Susie's side, giving the two teams standing on either side of the 50-yard line. Listen up. The entirety of Camp Bear Paw will be your battleground. The sides you stand on now are your home bases. End zones are the jails. You'll have 10 minutes to hide your team's flags. The rules are no going into buildings, no violence. If anyone is caught by the other team or breaks one of these rules, they must go to jail. No arguments. You have 10 minutes to hide your flag, starting now. Go, go, go. Mr. Wiley hands me the flag and I take off with it. The other girls follow me. We don't stop until we're around the corner of the lodge. Okay, I have an idea. On where to hide it? Not quite. The boys saw me run off with the flag in hand. What if I pass it off onto one of you to hide somewhere? Then I completely go in the opposite direction. They'll be looking for me or looking to see where I come from after we reconvene. It'll totally throw them off. Great idea. Can I hide it? Sure. Pass the flag off to her and Susie. Everyone else follow me. I don't know where they hid it or how well this plan will work, but when we head back to the football field, I see many boys tracking me with their eyes, and I don't think it's because I'm sort of attractive. Oh my god, that's dumb. Are your flags hidden? Yes. You'll never find ours, you might as well have put it in another dimension. Let's find out. Ready, set. The guys must have been planning on an offensive attack right from the beginning because many of them sprint over the line. The girls squeal and rush to tag them. It's pure chaos. What should I do? Should I play it safe or should I try to go steal the flag? Well, everybody else is trying to do that, so let me try to steal the flag. I'm going for it. I slip across the line and race across open ground towards the cover of the woods. Unfortunately for me, I was being watched the whole time. Of course, I should have known Peter was gonna go for me. Gotcha. Peter! He makes a grab for me and I barely dodge it. Do you enjoy being chased by men? Oh my god, that was a stupid comment. Leave me alone. I wish I could, but you're just too cute. I run as fast as I can, but he's like a cheetah honing on its prey. His hands close around my wrist and he draws me into a bear hug. It's over for me, but I still struggle to escape, half-heartedly. No, let me go. Why would I do that? So I can go to jail? It's the rules. You seem awfully eager to go to jail. That is, if you're planning to go at all. Huh? I don't trust you to go there yourself. Looks like I'm just gonna have to take you. What? He picks me up with ease and slings me over his shoulder like a sack of flour. Put me down, I can walk myself. I feel on my arms and legs, but I can't get down. A couple of the boys are looking our way, chuckling at the display. This is so embarrassing, you could at least carry me Brian style. So you can live out your ultimate fantasy. No! Here we are. He dumps me off at the jail, I slump to the ground, undignified, glaring up at him. I love it when your face turns red as your hair. Shoot, I'm smiling like I'm supposed to be angry. I'll get you for this, Peter. Or should I say dang Peter? Dong Peter. It's pronounced dang. Technically, it's pronounced dong. I know, but this is America. I better go. I'll try and bring you back some company. He makes his escape, leaving me behind with Clark, the prison guard. Lovely. Oh my god, why is Clark the prison guard? Of all people, why did it have to be him? You could cut this awkward silence with a knife, then use that knife to stab me and put me out of my misery. You're not doing what is expected of you, you know? You're the drum major, you should be helping the band. I am helping the band. You're not helping them in the way that you should. Mr. Wiley needs you, he chose you as a leader, and you're carelessly throwing all of that away. You don't care about this band. He's on his side, and I know it. How dare you say such a thing to me? I can feel my face turning red all over again, but this time with rage. Horrible words stinging like acid in my throat, but I withhold them. It's no use arguing with Clark. I turn my back on him and ignore him instead of focusing on the game. I got you. Clark tags her. I try. Thank you, Susie. I appreciate it. The game passes by slowly. Girls come to join us in jail, but nobody comes to rescue us. In the end, the game belongs to the boys. I can hear them cheering all the way from here as they cross the dividing line with our flag. I guess that's it. She and Clark leave, but I remain behind. Peter bypasses the celebration and comes to visit me in jail. Congratulations, you're up for parole, but only if you promise to be good from now on. I give him a teasing smile. I'm not making any promises I can't keep. It was pretty fun, wasn't it? It was, even if I was stuck in jail the whole time. I won't soon forget who put me there. Peter takes my hand and interlacing his fingers with mine, and we go to rejoin the band. It's getting late. Don't sweat it, we've got less than 2 hours until our little shindig. I'm positive Mr. Wiley's gonna wrap this up soon. Look, you've got a bite. Oh. I reel in a small, cute-looking fish. Yo, Sam, what kind of fish is this? A bluegill? He has fish knowledge then, I guess? Apparently? That's funny. Oh, he's good. His grandfather always took him fishing growing up, so he's a pro. I throw the fish back into the lake, it hits the water with a splash and leaves little ripples in the setting sun. Hey. Yeah? Oh no, what now? Oh. I turn to Peter, he looks uncharacteristically serious. Again? Last time this happened, it was like a confession. Okay. He glances around us, but there's no one nearby. Most kids are fishing from the dock. We're still sitting apart from everyone on the grassy bank. Man, I can't think of what to say. I want you to be safe. Huh? I am safe. I know we're all safe, but, it's been a crazy 2 weeks and it's getting even crazier. I don't want anything to happen to you. Don't make any rash decisions, just be safe, okay? Peter, nothing's gonna happen to me. I know it's not every day we're held somewhere against our will by a teacher, but... Well, now that I think about it, that's every day at school. I give him a nudge, trying to get him to laugh. He smiles hesitantly, but I can still see worry deep in his eyes. Sorry, the night must be making me sentimental. It's okay, I'm glad you want me to stay safe. I want you to stay safe too. You don't have to worry about me. Okay. Just because you're the man in the relationship doesn't mean I don't have to worry about you. I'll worry if I want. Fine, fine. Sounds like the final canoe race is over. Wanna go see who won? Oh my god, the voices! We lean against one another, fishing rod held between us, enjoying the scent of the water and the trees, listening to the distant babble of our peers and the frogs singing in the night. Oh my god. Setting the whole mood and everything. But eventually we have to rejoin our band and listen to Mr. Wiley's closing speech. Was that fun or what? The band cheers tiredly. You're all going to go back to the lodge for a good night's sleep tonight, aren't you? Oh no, why does that sound like a challenge? Like he knows. No, I'm being paranoid again. Thanks a lot for all your hard work. Enjoy your day off tomorrow. To the ready. Oh, we haven't been doing this lately. All together, we bow our heads. Thank you. Thank you and good night. The band parts ways. We are physically and mentally exhausted in every way, but by the light in their eyes, I can tell they're thinking about tonight very soon, and we'll be returning to this lake and putting our plan into action. Oh, I'm so scared for what's gonna happen. Don't let me fall asleep, okay? Yeah, same to you. Less than an hour before we meet, the team building activities left me looking kind of scuzzy, so I use this time to fix myself up. Time to look. Don't you look cute? Trying to look good for your man? Maybe. It's almost time. Should we leave? Yeah, let's go. Look towards the woods. Do you see any lights? No, why? Mr. Wiley's cottage. Scan the dark woods in which Mr. Wiley's quarters are located, but I see nothing. I think he's gone to bed. Mr. Goes through the darkness, making a beeline straight for the lake. By the time we get there, more than half the band is gathered. There you are. We were starting to get scared you wouldn't show up. You know what's better than that? We wouldn't miss this. You never know, Sam didn't show. Oops, did he forget or fall asleep? Don't know, maybe swimming in a lake in the dead of night while trying to catch a cold just isn't his style. What a weirdo. Looks like the clarinets are missing too, and Clark must have kept them away. So long as they don't tell on us, it's fine. Yeah, now let's get this thing started. He whips off his shirt with quiet cheering. Everyone else does the same, revealing their bathing suits underneath. A blast of cool air hits my skin. It's a little chilly out. The water's even colder. Shoot, without the sun to warm it, the water has cooled off a great deal. I slowly make my way in centimeter by centimeter. Oh my god, he does a falling cannonball. Why is he being loud? Peter, you got me wet. Don't say anything to that. Come on, the water's fine. Oh, he takes my hand and guides me to the deeper water. A chill shoots up my spine. I feel like a block of ice, but somehow Peter still radiates warmth. I know, let's play some Marco Polo to keep warm. She has a swimming tube. Somehow the atmosphere seems a lot more relaxed than I thought it would be. We treat the night like it's an extension of Mr. Wiley's team building, which is totally going to be my excuse if he shows up tonight. Ready? Squeeze my eyes shut. Oh, I don't like this. Marco Polo. Marco Polo. Whoa. Suddenly somebody scoops me right out of the water, carrying me bridal style. Open my eyes and it's Peter and my heart starts thumping wildly. You know you're only supposed to close your eyes if you're shouting, Marco, right? Peter. Gosh, I don't want anyone to see us. He wades through the water, carrying me easily against his bare chest. My cheeks feel like they're on fire. At least I'm not cold anymore. There's a willow tree that overhangs the edge of the lake. Peter lets me down and parts the willow tree branches like a curtain. Oh my god. Oh! wow. How did he even find this spot? The water surface is dappled in moonlight streaming through the leaves. The willow tree sways in the slight breeze, its branches whispering in a smooth manner. Fireflies flicker all around us, twinkling lights dancing within the shadows. It's like standing among the stars. Isn't it beautiful? I look up at Peter, but he's not marveling at our surroundings. His eyes are focused on me. Sharp, unwavering. With a soft smile, he cups my cheek in his hands. His touch electrifying. Oh my god, these are such. These voice lines are so corny. Look at the. Oh, Kyojiro. Oh, he's so cute. I'm talking about my dog. He's sleepy. But the next thing I know, his lips are on mine. Peter's warmth enfolds me. He takes my face in his hands, and the chill night air can no longer touch me. We're so close and yet not close enough. Peter fills my senses, but I want more. Oh god. I grasp at his damp hair and run my hand along the smooth curve of his muscles, tracing patterns on his flawless skin. He kisses me passionately, hungrily, like he's afraid that he might starve without me. His descriptions. You're laughing now? Hey, you were fawning over Peter too, okay? So you can't laugh at me for this. Time freezes in this moment and only starts up again when we part, catching our breath. A shiver runs up my spine as the cold air and water penetrates my bare skin once more, but we do not remove our gazes from one another. God. Someone sounds like they're blushing and it ain't me. Okay, sure you aren't. How could you not? This is like an intimate moment with them. Like, I don't know what you mean. Of course I am. He leans in for another kiss, two fingers tilting my chin up to him, and somehow this kiss is different. It's long and deep. It contains traces of Peter's tenderness hidden away from the world. All over again, his fire chases out the ice in my veins. So long as Peter's with me, I'm not cold. He's like a burning sun drawing me in with his gravitational pull, and I can't break free. I just don't want to break free. Oh my god! Someone screamed, Doug's got leeches! Oh my god, that's hilarious. What? There are leeches in this lake? Oh, well, that destroyed the mood. Maybe the leeches only come out at night. Oh, you said R.I.P. Oh god, that's hilarious. Now I can't stop thinking that they're crawling all over me. Want me to give you something else to think about? He moves closer in an attempt to reclaim the mood. Then, oh god, of course his younger brother ruins it. He looks so mad. Oh, I found you. Oh my god, so this is where you two were hiding. Wow, this is so cool. Oh, Alex, I could wring your skinny little neck and dump your body in the lake right now. Why? What'd I do? You know exactly what you did. Come on, let's go rejoin the others. Looks like we're not getting that moment back. Oh well. Peter moves off and I'm cold again. He parts the curtain of branches, holding them aside for me to pass through. As I do, I notice something strange. What's going on? Look. I point to where the others are. They're scattering, sprinting out of the water and back towards the camp. Some grab their clothes, others abandon them on the shore. Leave it to leeches to ruin a perfectly good late-night lake party. I don't think it's leeches they're running from. He points at an approaching figure on the horizon. As soon as my eyes lock on it, a desperate cry from Tom reaches my ears from afar. Oh shoot, run, he's coming, Mr. Wiley's coming. What's going on out here? You kids should be in bed. It's far past curfew. Let's get out of here. No, it's too late. We need to hide. Good thing we have the perfect hiding spot. I dive back inside the protective leaves of the willow. Peter lets the branches fall back into place, peering through a tiny gap in the curtain to keep one eye on the situation. I hope no one saw us. I'm starting to shiver badly, but I don't know if it's from sheer cold or fear. Probably both. Yeah, more than likely both. I peek nervously through the leaves, searching for Mr. Wiley's silhouette amongst the darkness, but I can't find him. All of our friends have vanished as well. The night has turned quiet and still. He's such a dork. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. That's what I should be saying. Then why didn't you say it? You gotta be quicker next time. In case you haven't noticed, I'm a bit preoccupied at the moment. What, you think Mr. Wiley will find us? If he does, I'm ditching you guys. He looks scared now. Not if we sacrifice you to him first, you won't. What? He looks so scared. Would you two shut up for 1 second? I hear something. They instantly go quiet. Someone's coming. Oh god. The sounds of footsteps on wet grass just as they're approaching fast. It's gonna be the raccoon. Crap, my mind rushes to remember the excuses I made up in case we were caught. The footsteps get louder. What were my excuses? Marco Polo? We really wanted to play it? No! Here it comes, get ready to run. Peter tenses beside me. Alex lets a tiny whimper slip out as he cowers behind the two of us. The willow branches on the shore part, revealing our hiding spot. We've been found. We're not doing anything bad. We're just playing hide and seek. We're not... Clark? I thought you were Mr. Wiley. I don't like this music. Clark takes a few steps forward and casually leans against the trunk of the tree, looking at us coolly with narrowed eyes. Oh no! Well, looks like there are still a few stragglers about. I'm sure Mr. Wiley would love to have a word with you three. You gave us up? This guy's crazy. I'll show you discipline. Peter splashes out of the water to come face to face with Clark. Clark lifts his chin, unflinchingly meeting Peter's fiery gaze. They glare at one another more furiously than I've ever seen before, and for a moment I'm afraid there might be a fight. He wants it. He said punch him in the face, Peter. Snap those glasses right in half. Alex. I always knew you were a jerk, Clark, but I never thought you'd enable a kidnapper. I am not. I'm doing what's best for this band because I care deeply about it. If you cared one iota, I am positive you would do the same. You're nuts. I knocked my way out of the water with my hands up, ready to play the pacifist. Stop this right now. You of all people should be on my side. Clark, enough. You need to listen to me. Why should I? I'm your drum major. Yes, the worst drum major that this band has ever seen. You're a joke. I've never seen such poor technique in all my... Oh my god, Peter slams his fist into the willow tree, narrowly missing Clark's head. The bark splinters and showers to the ground. Clark staggers backwards, wide-eyed and intimidated. I bet. I open my mouth to call Peter off, but I can find no words. Clark's words echo in my mind and sting my heart. The worst drum major this band has ever seen. Take that back now. Oh no, Mr. Wiley over here. You little rat. Come on, you two, time to go. Peter motions for us to follow him and then take off into the darkness. Alex and I scramble to keep up. Clark makes no move to follow us, but I can hear Mr. Wiley's voice shouting behind us. Clark, you useless pair of spectacles. I do that every single time. Couldn't you have grabbed them? With what? He's got weak arms. We take the long route back to the lodge. I'm going in a large arc and keeping in on the shadows of the trees to avoid being seen by Mr. Wiley. At least we avoided that confrontation. For now. We made it. We'll definitely have to face Mr. Wiley at practice, Clark too. I wonder if anyone else thinks that I'm a joke of a drum major. You okay? Oh, I'm taking it to heart. What? I mean, yeah, I'm fine. Clark's a jealous little snot. You're the best leader this band has ever had. Of course you think so. You're my boyfriend. It's hard to keep the bitterness out of my voice. You're going to believe Clark over me? No way. You're my favorite drum major I've ever had. He's only a freshman. Very funny, Alex. Peter discreetly slips his hand into mine and squeezes it. You should get some sleep. It's been a long day. I look into his warm eyes glowing like amber in the moonlight and flash back to the moment we shared under the willow tree. If only it could have lasted longer. You too. Oh god. Every time. Oh, he said it too? It's so cringe. Good night, boys. I hope Mr. Wiley won't give us a hard time tomorrow. Good, you made it. I was getting worried. Mr. Wiley didn't see you? No, we got away. I don't mention that Clark turned on us, but I'm too tired to relive that right now. Poisonous words he spat continues to get me no matter how hard I try to forget. After getting dressed, I fall into bed and close my eyes. I push aside all of my fears and doubts and focus on that kiss under the willow tree. I replay it over and over in my mind until I finally fall asleep. Aw, that's kind of sad. Bittersweet, I guess. 14, the traitor. This isn't gonna end well. Or everybody's just gonna be against Clark or something. It's Sunday. I feel okay, a little groggy, but otherwise okay. I'm glad Mr. Wiley didn't catch us last night, or else that could have turned out a lot worse. I wonder if I actually could have gotten caught in that situation, or if, like, in every scenario, we always get out. It's early, Susie's still asleep, but I'm too hungry to wait up for her. I take a shower and head to breakfast. As I enter the cafeteria, I do a quick scan to make sure our fearless director isn't here. There are only a few scattered students here picking at their food sleepily. I don't blame them. Yesterday was a long day. Today's menu is stale cereal. I grab a bowl and head to find a seat to myself when I spot a familiar face nearby. We've got nothing to lose. Talking to my boyfriend's brother couldn't hurt. I sit down across from him, but he barely acknowledges me. Hey Alex, how's your morning going? Terrible. Are you coming down with a cold? No, and that was such a stupid idea! Well, aren't you a bundle of sunshine? Okay, tell me what's wrong. Nothing, like you care. So something is wrong? Alex, if I didn't care, I wouldn't ask. Yeah, right. All of Peter's girlfriends hated me. It's the norm. Oh, that's sad! Really, why do you think that is? Because Peter hates me? They were just following his example. That's what brothers do. Maybe they hated you for other reasons. Peter doesn't hate you. Peter doesn't hate you. Yes, he does. Maybe he acts like he does sometimes, but deep down I'm sure he loves you. Do you want to know what I'm angry about? If you'd like to get it off your chest, I'll listen. He's seriously mad about that. Peter gets all the girls. That's what has you so upset? Don't laugh. Don't tell me. Does Wendy like Peter? Oh my god. It's obvious he likes her. What? Why would you bring Wendy up? She's just some random chick. She has nothing to do with this. If Wendy likes Peter, I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. It's just a passing crush that'll fade away after marching band is over. I don't know why you're talking about Wendy, because I could care less what that girl does. But say I did like her. Hypothetically, do you really think that's true? Of course, Wendy's too young for him anyways. Peter will be graduating soon and going on to college, and she'll be left behind. And let's not forget, Peter ain't single. That's funny. He's blushing. I give Alex a playful nudge and he dares to smile a bit. Let me give you some advice. Why do you think Wendy fell for Peter in the first place? All the ladies think he's hot. Think on it more. And I guess since he's her section leader, he helps her out a lot and looks after her. There you have it. I mean, yeah, honestly, I'm not wrong. The character's not wrong. That's what happens. Some cases. Look, Peter's going to be gone next year, but you and Wendy will have 3 more years together. She'll forget about him eventually, but she'll always have you by her side. If he's there for her, that is. She's gotta try. Just be there for her and she might notice you one day. You really think so? Yeah. I mean, it's not like I like her or anything. This is all hypothetical, remember? Of course. And there she is now. Why don't you join her for breakfast? Huh? No way, that's creepy. What would I even say? Tell her how much fun you had last night and ask her how she's feeling today. Fine. He picks up his tray, but not before stuttering out. Oh, thanks. Then he goes on his way, leaving me to finish my breakfast in silence. As I do so, I can't help but reflect on what I said to Alex. Oh my god, the whole graduating thing. Peter will be graduating at the end of the school year. I had never given it thought before now because it seems so far away, but it'll be here before we know it. What then? Most high school relationships don't survive for long once they reach college. Will ours be able to conquer the distance? It's possible. I guess Peter's not up yet. I'll head back to the room for now and go look for him later. I just want to keep a low profile today. Susie, you're up. Yeah. You look like something's on your mind. Actually there is. Would you mind sitting down? There's something I need to get off my chest. I sit on my bed across from hers, feeling a little nervous. Why does she look so serious? Should I be afraid? What is this about? You and Peter. Oh boy. You already know Peter is my friend. Yeah. And he's a good, dependable friend. But he's not without his flaws. He's got a big ego and he's a flirt, worst of all. He was disloyal to Felicity, one of my best friends. Felicity wasn't exactly loyal to him, you know. They both flirted with other people in front of each other, but things are different with the two of us. Let me finish. I won't deny when I learned you were going out with him, I just thought you were blinded by infatuation. I mean, who wouldn't be? Just look at him. As hard as as hard as it is for me to admit, I was there once too. But now I see that I was wrong. I can see that Peter does care about you and that I was wrong to think such things. Maybe I'm still a little bit bitter about how he hurt me back then. Not that he even did it knowingly or on purpose. He was a great Peter Dong, and I was a stupid rookie with a one-sided crush. But enough about me. I wanted to formally apologize to you. I'm sorry. Oh, Susie, thank you. I'm glad we have this conversation. I don't think it was necessary, but I guess. Me too. I guess I should apologize to Peter too for threatening him every day of the week. Oh my god. I'm going to eat now. See you later. She's halfway out the door when she stops and looks back. One more thing. I was so surprised you didn't get together with Tom. I knew it's because she liked me, didn't he, Tom? I always thought the two of you were a great match. It's too bad he hasn't been around more lately. Where has he been? Who knows? I'm out. It's because he liked me, so he's avoiding me. I know that's what happened. So these before I can get another word in. I hadn't noticed Tom hasn't been around as much lately. Am I guilty of neglecting my friends in favor of my boyfriend? I don't want to be that kind of friend. I don't know. I know. Maybe he'd like to have another game night. I'll bring it up later. Stay in my room for a while, just relaxing. I guess I could go out and look for Peter, but I'd rather wait for him to come to me. Oh god, I really gotta pee. Guys, hold on. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I had to pee so bad. Huh. Oh my god, that scared me. um, I just for a bit enjoying the soft comfort of my bed. Huh? And get up and go to answer the door. Oh. Oh my god, happy 1 week anniversary. That is so dumb. He hands me a single red rose. I'm a day late, but yesterday was kind of crazy, so I forgot. Here's hoping the people who run the place don't come after me for swiping flowers. I love it. Really? Really, let me find a place for it. I wish I had a vase to put it in. I'll have to improvise. Oh, here we go. A spare water bottle. How romantic. I fill it up with water in the bathroom and put the rose inside. Then I set it by the window. Peter observes it with an amused grin. We're definitely stuck at band camp. We'll make do with what we have. I might have to spoil you when we get out of here to make up for all that crappy stuff I've given you. It's not crappy. I like it a lot. A minute ago you said you loved it. Okay, fine. I hate all. There it is. I wouldn't hate it. It's if anything, it's cute. It's a sweet gesture. I go to give him a playful shove, but he uses the opportunity to wrap an arm around my shoulder and hold me tight. I grin up at him. Want to go hang out somewhere? The lounge? That works. Cool, let's go. What? You're quite the topic of conversation today. Both Alex and Susie came up to me to talk about you. Oh yeah? You're very popular. That reminds me, I wanted to talk to you about something. Okay? Let's sit down first. There aren't many band kids hanging out in the lounge. Looks like the game tables are open for once. Ping pong, foosball, and air hockey. Maybe we can play something later. What did you want to talk about? Take a seat on the couch. We take a seat on the couch. I sit close to him, and he entwines his arm with mine. Well, I wanted to talk about the future. Oh, can't say I'm a fan. I like to live in the moment. I know, but I'm dying to know. Do you have any idea where you want to go to college or what you want to major in? I know before you said you have no idea, but surely you must have some thoughts about it. He's quiet. Peter? Honestly, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing or where the hell I'm going. My parents want me to be a doctor, but that's not for me. I could never hold someone's life in my hands. Started filling out college applications almost a year ago, but it's not exactly easy when you don't know what you want to specialize in. Don't I know it? Feel your pain? Well, think about what you like. Let's change the subject. Think about what you like. Well, think about what you like. What are your hobbies, your interests? Maybe you'd like to major in music. You think I haven't thought about that? I've approached this from every angle. And no, I don't want to be a music major. Not only would my parents flip, but thinking of all that practice I would have to do makes me cringe. It's too much work, and I know the payoff wouldn't be enough for me. Oh, that's sad to hear. I've devoted a lot of time to my trumpet, but selling my soul to my instrument would take all the fun out of it. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's my escape. I don't want it to be my everything. It's not what I want to do with my life, and I'm not sure what is. I hope you figure it out soon, Peter. Me too. You up for losing a game? I nod to the game corner. Sure, pick your poison. Just pick something that doesn't require a ton of effort. I'm feeling lazy. Air hockey, ping pong, foosball. Let's do air hockey, that's fun. Alright, let's do this. We get on either side of the table and I start the game back and forth, back and forth. I almost forgot to ask, how are you feeling? I'm fine, you? I guess the leg idea was a fail. Give it some time. Common cold symptoms can take a little while to appear after an infection sets in, so you could be sick and not even know it. How do you know that? My dad's a doctor. Of course. Nice. What about your mom? What does she do? She used to be a nurse. She quit her job after Alex was born. How cute. A hospital love story. Score. Dang it. Peter winds up winning the game. We bum around the lounge a little longer, then I grab a late lunch or early dinner in the cafeteria. My throat starts to feel a bit scratchy while I'm sipping water, but I'm sure it's just my imagination. What are you gonna do after this? Take another nap, maybe. I'm so tired. Sounds like a good idea. If you don't sleep for long, maybe we can do something later tonight. Sure, I was thinking another game night. That'll make Tom happy. He's been pouting for far too long. Pouting about what? Oh, being sick at band camp. He missed a convention last weekend, and now he's missing out on his last week of freedom to binge on video games. Should have known. We should help him with that. Good plan. We toss out the food on our trays and head back to the lodge. Don't fall asleep for too long. And try not to. See you later tonight. Flings an arm around me and gives me a squeeze. I feel the butterflies in my stomach go crazy. See ya. Petra. Waiting for Papa? I know. He departs for the boys' wing. It's hard to not fangirl openly about my handsome boyfriend. I walk calmly inside the room and do it there. Susie still isn't here. Excellent. He's... oh, this is me getting all giddy. He's so perfect. What did I do to deserve him? That perfect smile and those eyes, those eyebrows. I sink into bed, sighing and clutching my raccoon plushie to my chest. The bed sheets feel softer than ever. Even the light filtering in between the blinds looks warmer. Is this what they call love? Whoa, no way, it's only been a week. But still, I've dated a couple guys before this, and it never felt serious. I've never been in a relationship where I felt like this. I hope the feeling lasts for a long time. Aw, that's sweet. I fall asleep with a smile on my face, wrapped in comforting thoughts of Peter. That's so cute. It's dark. Oh no, did I oversleep? I groped for my phone in the dark room. It's 9 p.m., a little later than I'd like, but plenty of time to game a little bit before curfew, and even then, curfew isn't really strict, so... my nose tickles. Achoo! Ugh. Whoa, what is that waterfall of snot? I need a tissue. Maybe I'm getting sick? It's still a little too early to tell. I consider staying in instead of heading over to Peter's because I don't want to get anyone else sick if it is true. But the point of getting sick was to spread it to everyone in the first place, so it looks like I'll be going against my instincts. The outside of Camp Bear Paw looks pretty abandoned. Everyone must be inside the commons or their rooms. Suddenly a shadow flits across my vision as I spy a dark silhouette outline. Oh shoot. I spy a dark silhouette outlined against the moonlight. They head in the direction of the woods, glancing around suspiciously as they cross the open ground. I stay tucked safely in the shadows of the lodge, unnoticed. The unidentified student disappears among the trees. If that's who I think it is, then he's up to no good. I decided to follow. Ooh, yes, I'm glad about that. I want to see what happens. I keep at a distance, careful not to step on a stray twig or crunchy leaf. I take to ducking behind trees whenever my fellow bandmate looks around, feeling very much like I'm in a stealth game. Only there will be no resetting if I get caught. Oh, shoot. We wind up at Mr. Wiley's cottage, and I couldn't be less surprised. I slip up to the side of the cottage, just around the corner from the front door, and crouch among the trio of trash cans. Oh my god, that scared me. You opened the door and there was a knock on the gate. Oh my god. There's a knock. Footsteps, then the door creaks open. Clark, what do you want? I hope this is not another essay on why you should have gotten drum major. There's something you should know. Well, spit it out. It's sleep deprived. There's a dissent in the ranks. Dysentery? Dissent. Unrest. That snake, he's gonna tell Mr. Wiley everything. Meaning? Should have told you as soon as I found out. The section leaders gathered on Friday night to hatch a plan of escape. Did they? I had my suspicions they wouldn't go quietly. I'll have to think of something to stop it. No, sir, they've already put it into effect. The party we put a stop to at the lake last night was their escape plan. They took to the chilling water in an effort to make themselves sick. It was all in hopes that you would send the band home if enough of them became ill. He was quiet. Sir, if only the band cared as much as I did. As much as we did. I agree, sir. If they did, we could reach greater heights than ever. I'm not gonna let this stand, that I guarantee. Oh god. Suddenly, the lid of the trash can flies off and the bundle of gray fur hurtles out. Bandit lands on my head and her sharp little claws prick my scalp. Yeah, no, I got caught! Bandit leaps away in fear, darting towards the woods, her refuge. I have no choice but to follow. I scramble to my feet and take off, running faster than I ever have before. Cool air pumps in and out of my lungs, stinging my throat as I gasp. I try to reach the tree line as fast as possible, but I know it doesn't matter. I know they saw me. Their spy apprehend her at once. He's such a... Let her go. This changes nothing. I don't stop running until I reach the safety of my room. And even then, Mr. Wiley's parting words continue to echo in my head. He didn't even care that I overheard them because it doesn't matter. I can't do anything to stop him. None of us can. I crawl into bed, heart pounding, throat raw. I stay there the rest of the night until I finally fall asleep. I'm afraid of what tomorrow holds. I am too. Injured pride. Oh no. I wake up with a stuffy nose and a sore throat. It happened. I'm sick. Susie. My voice comes out as a weak croak. You look like death. Look on the bright side. Mr. Riley will send you home today. Guess it won't be long until it's my turn. You want me to get you anything at the cafeteria? No, I need to talk to Peter. Girl, you really want him to see you like this? I have to tell him something. You need to know this too. If you insist. Despite how miserable I am, I force myself out of bed and into the showers. I'd hope the hot steam from the water would help my sinuses, but it doesn't. I mean, the whole point is to not get better, so I should not try to get better. I keep dishes on hand as I get ready. It isn't long until my nose is as bright as a cherry. Ready? Yeah. You poor thing, let's make this quick so you can get some rest. Missing practice is hardly a consolation to me. I hate being sick. I want nothing more than to be at home in my own bed with my mom bringing me soup and crackers. Peter is eating with Samuel. I don't feel well enough to eat and head right over to them. Susie follows as soon as we walk up. Tom is sick. So am I, and there's something else you need to know. Take a seat. Clark. Oh god, excuse me, may I have your attention, please? I just wanted to let everyone know today's practice is mandatory. He looks me straight in the eye. If you're thinking about skipping, be prepared to face the consequences. What was that all about? That's what I came to tell you. Clark sold us out last night. He told Mr. Wiley everything. That slimy little worm. No surprise after what happened Saturday. So Mr. Wiley knows. But even so, it's not like you're faking being sick. You should talk to him. Gather up all the sickies and explain your plight. The sickies? You know what I mean. Don't let this stand. I'll do my best, but I don't have a ton of energy right now. Don't worry, I'm going to take care of you. Peter rests his hand on my shoulder. I wish he didn't have to see me like this. I feel gross. Thank you. I can hear you. Did you put anything in there? The treat? And that? He hasn't had that in 2 days. Oh my god. I'm gonna let Tom know. I haven't seen Eugene or Felicity. Maybe they're sick too. By the time it's practice, we've amassed a small army of sickies. Armed with tissues and cans of soup, we've confronted Mr. Wiley before stretches begin. I'd hope to sound more assertive, but each word causes me discomfort and my voice comes out as a pathetic rasp. Mr. Wiley, can we talk? No. But I know what you did and I know you know. Who cares? The point is, and then she just keeps sneezing. Is that her boyfriend? He's like covering his face with the euphonium or whatever. He looks horrible. Why doesn't she look bad? Probably because she put makeup on or something. I think what Felicity is trying to say is that we're too sick to practice, Mr. Wiley. Oh, woe is me. I have a sniffle. Too bad. I'm not letting that pass as an excuse. Practice is mandatory. Not fair. We're really sick. You brought this on yourself. You have no one to blame but yourselves. You can't force us to practice. Oh god. Mr. Wiley's voice lowers dangerously. Oh, trust me, Felicity. You don't want to test me. I can be very convincing if I want to be. I remember the cornet and I believe him. Now get on the field. It's time for stretches. We do as he asks, no arguments. No one is willing to push him or find out what the repercussions are if we go back to our rooms. Not even Felicity. Can't believe it. The plan has failed and now we're all miserable for it. Okay, everyone, right arm cross. I can barely get the words out. Pain prickles in my throat every time I speak. I try again. Right arm... I grimace, struggling to hold back tears. Everyone is looking at me. Some of them look like they feel as awful as I do or worse. Their expressions are hopeless, defeated, all except for one victorious smirk in the clarinet section. I blink hard. My fears and my weaknesses feel like they're building up inside me. I feel stupid. I feel helpless. I don't feel like a leader at all. Not when I failed them like this. I really am just a joke of a drum major. Suddenly, there's a soft touch on my shoulder. Aw. He moves to stand in front of me so no one can see that I'm on the verge of tears. Aww. That was so nice. Thank you, Peter. While he leads stretches, I take time to compose myself. My stomach growls demanding food and water, but my throat hurts too much to give it any. I'll just have to endure the morning with what little energy I have. Time for basics, you do the commands. He hands me the gawk block. I feel Peter's gaze scorching me. I meet his eyes and he nods. A surge of determination suddenly inflames within me. So this is the game Mr. Wiley wants to play, is it? He almost broke me, but I can't break now. I need to rise up stronger than ever. I need to lead these hopeless and broken band, and I'm not going to let this silly cold stop me. I roar past the ache in my throat, choosing to embrace the pain instead of shrinking from it. Some of my peers go wide-eyed with surprise. Just before I begin, I catch Mr. Wiley's eye. He sees my expression and smiles approvingly. I guess this is what he wanted all along, to build us into something stronger. It's working, but that doesn't mean I have to like it. The basic session lasts about half an hour. I bark out orders with fervor, even though my voice cracks. I'm gonna lose my voice by the end of this. You said cringe. Shut up. You're cringe. After that, it's time to take the podium. Ugh, my microphone's being stupid again. After that, it's time to take the podium and begin conducting. My voice takes a well-deserved rest, but now it's time to pull from my energy reserves. Cleaning Jupiter, let's do this thing. Yeah, let's do this. Well, I feel a little dizzy as I stand up straight on the podium. The heat must be getting to me. I'll try and force some water down my throat on the next break, if there's a next break. I feel my thoughts drifting. My muscles begin to feel heavier and heavier as the sun gets higher in the sky. My head starts to pound in rhythm with the bass drums. It's so hot, but I'm not even sweaty. I feel weird. I'm going to sit down for a minute. Oh, it's time for Peter solo. He's right up front. I blink hard, trying to find him in the crowd. Wait, he is the crowd? Countless Peters stand before me on the tilting earth. I'm gonna pass out. Are you okay? I'm delusional. Are you okay? What's wrong? I'm on a merry-go-round. What? Everything's spinning. Take us away, Scarlet. Yes, sir. Stand up, swaying a little. It's hard to stand up straight when the merry-go-round is spinning so fast. All of the Peters are blurring together, swimming in color. My finishing is tunneling. How about that? I pass out. Everything goes black, but in the distance I can hear screaming, probably from the people riding the roller coaster. What? I wanted to get on the Ferris wheel next. Should I ask Peter to come with me? But there are so many Peters now. Which one is the real Peter? I'm delusional. Wait, no, this is all wrong. I'm not in an amusement park. I'm stuck at band camp. I force myself to open my eyes and find myself lying on the ground, but propped up in Peter's arms. He's livid. Oh my god, this is gonna get scary now. I don't like it. It's your fault she fainted. If I hadn't caught her, this could have been a hell of a lot more serious. Slowly the world comes back into focus. The band is gathered around. I spot Susie's tear-streaked face among them. Oh, she's crying! Please, Mr. Wiley, it's really sick. She's showing symptoms of dehydration. I'm taking her back to her room. You'll do no such thing. Bastard. Peter! Fine, go ahead and take her back to her room. But if you do, I'll revoke your solo and Scarlet will lose her position as drum major. Oh my god, I'm sure Clark won't mind stepping in for her. Wow, I'm surprised yeah, what the heck? I expect to see a look of triumph on Clark's face, but there's only horror in his eyes. Oh, now it gets scary for him? Fine, take my solo and give it to someone else. I don't give a Peter, no, don't do this. Do it, Wiley. It'll only hurt that precious score you care so much about. Oh, jeez. How can you say such a thing? If you don't care about this band, maybe you should leave. Maybe I will. Peter glares Mr. Wiley right in the eye, his own eyes ablaze with hatred. I reach up and touch his cheek. He looks at me and the fire in his eyes cools, but only slightly. No, Peter, I'll keep going. We'll keep going. It's your last year in band. You have to stay. I told you I don't care about marching band. You matter more. Listen to me. I don't like this. I try to give him a comforting smile. My pride is at stake too. From the top of Jupiter, run it. I force myself up shakily, climbing back to my feet. Peter tries to help me, but I wave him off. I'm going to continue as drum major. I need to stand my own 2 feet. I'm gonna pass out again! What am I doing? Oh, my ankle. I must have twisted it in the fall. At least it's not sprained, but it hurts something awful. I'm gonna grab water really quick. You do that. I don't like this. This is, I force fluids even though my throat protests against it. The pounding in my head recedes a bit, but there's a new pounding in my ankle. This is awful. I feel like I'm in a nightmare. When you think it can't get any worse, it always does. At least practice is almost over. 15 more minutes. If I can get through this, I can handle the rest of the day for sure. No sweat. I climb back up the podium and raise my hands, careful not to put weight on my injury. From the top, I focus all of my energy on conducting, not even bothering to see what the band is doing. I can't pass out again. Peter won't be here to catch me this time. Oh god, his solo peals from his trumpet an octave higher than where it should be, containing a rage I've never heard it possess before. It almost sounds like a challenge soaring out over the band. It sends chills up my spine. I suppress a shiver. At the end, everyone looks wearily to Mr. Wiley for feedback. Okay, you're dismissed. See you for afternoon practice. He leaves. Everyone wearily shuffles to the sidelines to retrieve their things and go on break. I carefully make my way down the ladder and take a last step. I accidentally put too much pressure on my ankle and cry out. Oh, I don't like pain. Ouch. Oh god. I hate when I do that. What's wrong? It's nothing. Just give me a minute. I sink to the ground, touching my tender ankle. It's starting to swell. Your ankle. There's nothing. I just twisted it. I'm sure ice will fix it right up. No! You sprained your ankle? He said you broke your ankle! The heck? Oh great, here they all come to make a big deal out of it. I said I'm fine, guys. I only twisted it. This day couldn't get any worse. Stay here. I'll go get your things. I'll go get some ice. I have an ankle cast my mom made me bring in case I hurt myself. You want it? It's the fact that his mom, like, expected him to hurt himself is funny. That sounds great. Thank you, all of you. They rush off and I'm left here alone. I guess I should have elevated this back in my room. Will Mr. Wiley let me use this as an excuse to mispractice? I wonder. Probably not. Hey, I've got your stuff. Thank you. I reached to take it. No, I've got it. Where did Peter go? He said he was going to get some ice. Are you sure about that? What do you mean? I heard him rallying some of the guys. I saw them go in the direction of the lake. I think they're going... They're going after Clark! Oh my god! They're gonna beat him up! I struggle to my feet and start hobbling in the direction of the lake. Hey, take it easy. Peter's not thinking straight. We can't let him hurt Clark. Just take it easy, slow down. Despite my ankle, I somehow leave Susie in the dust. There you are. I find Clark hidden in the shade of the willow tree staring out at the lake. What? For the record, you're an ass. Now get behind me. Justin. Oh my god, everybody looks so angry! Oh my god, just in time, Peter spots us and comes storming up, flanked by trumpets, drummers, and other random band members. All of them look pretty angry. But when Peter sees me standing in front of Clark, his expression becomes one of surprise. Scarlet? Hey Peter, where's my ice? I'll get it, there's something I need to take care of first. Get out of the way. It's time for the annual throw a kid into the lake tradition. Oh, okay, I thought they were actually gonna, like, beat him up. This is nothing. Clark recoils. Oh god! This is what happens when you turn your back on the band. I didn't. Leave him alone. Seriously? It's his fault you got hurt. If it wasn't for him, we'd all be going home right now. You don't know that for sure. He was ready to take drum major from you on the things he said to you in this very spot. Didn't you say your pride was at stake? I know, but sometimes you have to put your pride aside and do what's right. If I may. Clark, shut up. Peter, what do we do? Let him go. Thank goodness. Clark scuttles away like the coward he is, back up the hill towards Camp Bearpaw. Peter's little mob looks disappointed by lack of action. Now what? I'm not leaving until someone gets thrown in the lake. Are you volunteering? No. Come on, let's get you back to your room. I promise I'll bring you some ice this time. Thank you. Oh my god, I can't believe I stopped that. Here we are. Let's get that leg propped up and we'll put some ice on it. He helps me climb into bed and arranges the pillows to make me comfortable. After taking care of my ankle, he brings me some cold water and tissues. Drink up. Thank you. Peter, I feel like you're spoiling me. I'm like quite literally sick. This is like what I need right now. I'm doing what any decent boyfriend would do, by the way. You should eat something. I'll get you some crackers from the cafeteria. Thank you. God, this is horrible. This is a horrible situation. I don't know what to do. He leaves and I close my eyes for a bit. Next thing I know, I'm out. When I wake up, the heist has been removed and my ankle is wrapped. Peter's dozing in the chair at my desk. I cough and clear my parts, startling Peter awake. What time is it? You're up. It's 4:30. Oh my god, oh my god, I slept through afternoon practice. It's okay, we had section roles and Mr. Wiley conducted a full band. He didn't say a word about you not being there. Thank goodness. It's true he doesn't always need me for afternoon practice. Better not risk skipping evening practice, though. Here, Doug brought his cast, or rather, I had to hunt him down for it because he forgot to bring it by. Of course he forgot. He offers me the cast. I tenderly slip it on my ankle, careful not to exacerbate it. The pain seems to have lessened a great deal from earlier. At least it still looks swollen, though. How's your cold, by the way? My throat feels a little better. That morning, my stomach utters a thunderous roar. I think it's time you ate something. Here are some crackers I brought by earlier. I'm going to need more than that. I'm starving. Let's go to the cafeteria. I guess it's better. I don't know. Aw. He grips my hand a little tighter than usual, like he's afraid I might fall over if he's not careful. Grab some food and rejoin society. Looks like everyone's already here. Okay. Honestly, I think I'm gonna end it there. It's getting already late. It's already midnight for me and I have work tomorrow, unfortunately. So I'm gonna be ending things there for today. Hey, Kendra, I see you. I'm gonna go to bed right now, I know. Okay, let's save. I'm surprised I didn't finish. I didn't think there was gonna be this much stuff left going on. Like, I thought I was almost done with the game, but here we are, coming in with another week that was, like, unexpected. But yeah. Well, that's all endings for tonight. Thank you for everybody that came out. I should be playing again tomorrow, more than likely with friends. Not too sure what game yet, so we'll find out tomorrow. You said when's Trombone Champ? No, I'm not doing that. Trombone Champ? Are you talking about that game? You're talking about, like, Trombone Hero or something like that? Whatever it was called? Whack. Yes. No, I'm not playing that. No. I don't want to. I don't know why you keep insisting. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. No, I'm fine. I'm good. I'll pass. But yeah, that's where I'll end for tonight. You said cringe, you're cringe. Good night, everybody. Take care.